Hi again, it's time for the last video in the three-part series. As you can see, the bench dogs are loose, and then you put them in and you tighten these screws on top, and that makes the O-rings kind of expand, and then everything just keeps in place really secure. It's a smart system, at least I think so, and I've had it on and off a few times, the receiving end, and it hits the slot that I made every time. And since I'm hitting the exact same spot every time where the table saw has already cut, I don't know why people would route out a big groove or whatever and put in a sacrificial part instead. I really don't know why, because I mean I only do 90-degree cuts and about maybe 45-degree cuts, and having two slots on my table doesn't matter to me, but for now I'm just mounting the fence. It's not the final position. I'll do that in a moment when I put on the track, but at least I have the groove from the last time I mounted it, so I can actually just move it up close to that. So the right side fence wasn't part of the original package. I have it because it's nice to have support on both sides of the cut. And when you are about to install the track, you have these two nuts, and they just slide into the track. Kind of like when you combine two tracks. If you know the bus system, it's quite easy. On the other side, there is a small receiving part. I'm just gonna show it. There it is. And if that goes down into this small bolt or whatever, and once it's secure and you've tightened it in the other end, it doesn't move at all. It's really secure. So I really was impressed by the rigidity of the system. So some things are easier on a table saw. You have to align the two ends of the track so they are about the same height as the piece you want to work on or cut. And of course that is easier on a table saw where you don't have to do that. So if you notice, there isn't a groove at the moment because I already mounted the system and took it apart and made the video again. So this is actually, I'm just setting it up to do the first cut. And if you notice, there is a lot of dust. And I didn't really know why. And later on you'll see that I've kind of figured out that, I have two hoses for my dust system. And apparently I put in the wrong one, which is really annoying. But yeah, sometimes that happens. So I'm just setting up or micro adjusting the fence so that it fits with the groove, and I'm not gonna hit I set it to 44 centimeters. I'm not gonna hit that 100%. I'm gonna hit around 44.1, and that is okay, because it doesn't really matter if I hit 44 or 44.1, because I don't make machine parts and I just have to repeat the same cut every time. That's what's important to me. Nobody's gonna notice if a table leg is 44.1 or 44 centimeters. Something that is important to me is that it is square. So that is what I'm checking here. I'm also just making a few more cuts. I'm making 3 cuts in total because I already did the 4th side before I did it with the tracks, but I did it outside before I started making this. So I'm gonna make 3, and I'm gonna make some measurements, cross measurements too, to make sure that it is completely square, because that is really important. Hitting that 90 degrees is basically what this needs to do for me. Another thing that I think is very clever for this setup is that you can use the holes that you already have in your table to make 45 degrees. Hi, that's it for this one. I like it. I like it a lot. I've already used it on another project. That's gonna be the next one to come when I get around to finishing it. And well, it's not the cheapest option out there, but I already had the track saw because I use it to cut up sheet goods. I would never do that on a table saw, at least not a job site one that I had. If you had a cabinet saw, these really big ones, yeah, sure, but I couldn't even fit one in my my shop. So and the budget would be really different. So for me, it works, and it kind of slots in with the holes that I already have. There is a small issue, and that is I have to remove the front fence and the socket that this one fits into in the other end to use my Incra rudder fins. But that's okay, because this back piece is probably what I'm gonna use the most. Now I got this because if you are gonna do smaller pieces than 20 centimeters, it's kind of hard to find out where it is. So that's where this comes in. So yeah, I like it. I hope you do. Like and subscribe, and I'll make more.